I just finished an incredible first session of therapy, but it reminded me of the time where I had the worst therapy experience ever. So let me fill you in. Around 3 years ago, I decided to start therapy for 2 reasons. Firstly, I was healing from a binge eating disorder, but I was at the tail end of it, and I wanted to go in to get tools to make sure that I didn't fall back into it, but I was predominantly healed. I had already done all of the work, important for context. And the second reason that I went in was because I was having attachment issues, and they were really bad, and that was my main issue, okay? The main reason I wanted to go in there was to heal those attachment relationship kind of issues that I had. I do a hunt, I do research, I find this therapist that specializes in eating disorders. Could have been my first mistake. I rock up to the first appointment, I sit down, I go, hey, I don't do it like that because that was fucking weird. And as every therapist does, she goes, what are you in for? Some prison-esque vernacular. And I go, look, I'm in for 2 reasons. I'm almost completely healed from an eating disorder, so I want a little bit of advice on how to finish that cycle. But mainly I'm in here because I'm having relationship issues. She goes, okay. And she decides from that moment forward that the relationship was completely irrelevant. Any attachment issue that I was having, poof, evacuated from her mind. It was never going to be addressed again. And we went full throttle into eating disorder therapy. During the first session, I'm listening all ears because I'm thinking, she knows best. This is going to be super helpful for me. She tells me, okay, this is so funny. Anyone that's ever had an eating disorder is going to think this is hilarious. She looks at me smiling with full conviction as if she's about to cure my eating disorder. And she goes, we're going to track your weight every time you come in. You're going to track your weight at home and you're going to track every single thing you put into your mouth. I sit there, I'm like, okay, she's an expert, fine. She knows what she's talking about. This is going to help me. That's how that went. So I go home and essentially fall back into all of the eating disorder patterns that I previously had that I had actually stopped doing. At that point, I wasn't tracking my food. I was eating really balanced. I had a really good lifestyle, mindset, all of it. And I essentially just regressed into all my old patterns for therapy. And this went on for about 4 or 5 sessions of therapy. I kept going and tried to have like a positive outlook on it. By the 4th session, I said to her, look, one of the main reasons I came in here was to deal with kind of my relationship issues. Is that something we could look at or work? She goes, yeah, we will, but we never spoke of it again. So by the time that all finished, I realized this is not helping me whatsoever. If anything, it's retraining my brain to fall into old eating disorder tendencies. And this therapist won't even talk to me about the issues that I came in for. I think I finished with maybe 5 or 6 sessions. It could have been more. And I never went back again. Continued to not really weigh myself, not track my food, and continue living a balanced lifestyle. And I'm completely out of the eating disorder now. And to this day, I still have not had any help with my attachment issues. So, but as of today, I finally have a great therapist. Had a great first session of therapy. At that time, 3 years ago, a couple of grand later, and I think I got worse than before I went in. Received 0 help.